Welcome from Sananda. Think of peace as something that you create. That doesn't just happen. And know yourself as skilled creators of peacefulness. It begins with your relationship with yourself, of course. Recognize that you are in a process of growing in peaceful relationship with the being you are. Although you may consider that no one knows you better than you do, it is also true that you are to some degree a mystery to yourself, that living this life is a voyage of discovery, finding out more of the being that you are. And as you make that voyage, you discover that there are many lands. That is to say, that you are comprised of many components, all linked together by being you, but quite distinct in their qualities and characteristics. And some parts of you, some components, some elements mesh together beautifully. But others can feel at odds, not quite so happy to be with one another. So as you contemplate this within yourself and then turn towards the outer world and see that there too are many lands, many components that make up your world, some at ease with one another, some not, then let yourself stand back and be at peace with that being so. Be at peace with knowing that not everything within you, not everything within your world is at peace as yet. That brings you to a beautiful place within yourself. Take a few breaths now. Comfortably full, easy breaths. And consider the nature of peace. Today we might suggest two aspects of what peace is. There is harmony, finding ways in which different elements, different energies, different components, different lands can find what they share, the notes or chords that they sing that are harmonious. But now we suggest another vital component to peace, both within yourself and within your world. And that is growing or growth. Peacefulness without that sense of growing easily becomes a kind of stagnancy, even an emptiness. And so now, as you look within and outwards into the world, and notice anything, any connections, any relationships that are not wholly at peace. acknowledge that you are growing in that direction, that the world is growing in that direction, and that peace is not a finished, complete state, but on the contrary, you as a peacemaker can recognize within yourself that so much of the skill of being a peacemaker is your flexibility, your responsiveness, your recognition that what generates peace in one situation is not going to apply to all situations. Now see yourself, acknowledge yourself, for this too contributes greatly to peace. Honor the being you are. Honor your growing. Honor how often, how many situations there have been in which you have been the peacemaker. Sometimes overtly, stepping in, saying something that helps others to find connection with one another that is harmonious, but often inwardly, often simply by holding a vision of peacefulness. But now move within a little more. Be with yourself as a presence in the world of light and love. A beautiful field of living energy. And that your living energy, the energy that is you, is connected with the energy of all that is. And you are continuously, to a greater or lesser degree of conscious awareness, in an active relationship with all the energy that exists. See yourself as part of the dance of life. Your energy is mobile, continuously in a state of flux, of change and of growing. And using your imagination now, let come to mind a situation in your own life where you would like to experience a greater peacefulness. And get a feeling for the energy of this situation, how it looks to your inner eyes, the eyes of your imagination or your inner sensing. And see yourself as a beautiful energy presence in this situation. And imagine, be playful. Imagine your light, your love, in a kind of dance, of interaction. A flow of interaction, bringing in exactly the right notes, harmonies, colors, movements, flows, just however you imagine it, that enrich the situation you're looking at, that open doors that are being closed for people engaged in that situation in some way, directly or indirectly, offering solutions. You do not need to know what the solutions are, just have that feeling. Feel the openness of your heart, the generosity of your spirit, the room you make for yourself and for others to be who they are unfold like flowers opening. Then imagine that across the world, that so many of you, the peacemakers, are learning first of all within yourselves to be generous to yourselves, to be kind, to give yourself room to grow, to believe in your growing. And then expressing all of that inner wisdom, that depth of experience out into the world as individuals, collectively. So many of you holding a vision of a peaceful world. A world of all who live on earth. Experiencing and sharing the experience. Growing and becoming more fully the being each one of you is. That unfolding, that flowering of being. Feel how that dance of light you're exploring in a particular situation in your life can expand and be shared by peacemakers all around the world, weaving wonderful harmonies of light, ready for those who are ready for them, to open into, to explore, to use, to lift their spirits. Trust. If you choose, take a few moments each day, perhaps early in the day, shortly after you wake or rise, to sense your connection with the peacemakers of the world, and with them, in your imagination, create beautiful harmonies of light for all of the world. And then imagine those beautiful harmonies of light spreading around the world as you move through your day. Good. Now, come to the outer world, and with our love,